from the COMiX newsroom. It's time to get you wired in and get your daily dose of the COMiX news, hosted by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable, uncanny advocating creator who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish monsters and more. Join him and his co-hosts as they give you the news coming off the COMiX News Wire. Brought to you in association with ComicBookAdvocates.com is the global digital Comic-Con, but it's more than that, and you can be more too. Be more than just a fan. Become an advocate for comics like ComicBookAdvocates.com is for their creators, for their crowdfunding, for the very books they're creating, because we love comics. Subscribe to IndieVolt.com to recharge your fandom and to get an education. Be sure to check out all of the IndieVolt programming on the Nines with hosts like Randy Zimmerman, The Kid, Varian Grant, The Indie Princess, with more hosts and shows to come.
At Geek Insider, we foster relationships with those in the geek sphere so we can give our audience the insider view of entertainment, tech, and more.
Welcome to another edition of CNW, the COMiX News Network. COMiX News Wire. I got written sins in my head, so what we're going to be doing today is our very popular show, Backer Pause here, which you guys can be part of by sending us an email and dropping us a line that you want your Kickstarter to be in it, or you want to play the game, and we have that, and I'll show you our mailroom in just a second. So here we are. We're live. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about crowdfunding. You guys are on the front line, right? You guys are the fans out there, the creators out there, and you've done a wonderful job of bringing the crowdfunding to a point where it matters, where celebrities are showing up. You guys have driven this movement, but you need to do more than just be a fan. That's why we have this here. This be more than just a fan, become an advocate for comics. And we need you right now because we're there. We're changing comics right now. It is officially happening when independent creators are being seen, being heard finally more than ever before because of you, the listeners, the watchers, the buyers of comics. You guys are changing the market. You guys are making it completely different for the entire world to see comics like they haven't seen comics in a very long time. And I want to thank you all for that. And I truly appreciate it. Go out there and be passionate. Share this stuff. It's time you got off the bench. Like the videos. Preach about it. Tell people, go to Indiegogo, go to Kickstarter, and back these amazing projects that are all over the place. I am waiting for we have a guest who is MIA at the moment, and we're hoping that we get in touch with them. I don't know, the situation with what's going on. Sometimes things happen. So for now, we're just, I believe, going to start the show. We're here, so why not get involved, right? And why not get into some crowdfunding? If anything, I could always be the one doing the talking. But here we go. Before we get too far into it, I'm your host, Mr. Anderson. I am the advocate by day, and by night, I'm the comics devil. And if you want to email us to be part of this, here you go. Just put your name, email, and the message. Tell us about the crowdfunding that you want. And if you notice right here, I promise it's, I don't think you can, I'm going to have to look at this. We should have, here it is. So here are our terms for having your Kickstarter. You can read that. If you send us a mail through the mailroom, we're going to assume that you have read our disclaimer and that you agree to that disclaimer up there. And it's just very basic stuff that you'll be on this show, and then we're going to advocate for it. We're going to use images from your Kickstarter or Indiegogo to advocate for you. So it's just very basic stuff. So If you want to be part of it today. And ooh, we got a new video for the power of a single dollar. Are you ready for it? Here it is. Never underestimate the power of a single dollar. Just one single dollar can help make dreams come true. Every dollar is a declaration of support and belief. It helps the creators and the teams behind the book. Just $1 helps create new worlds and keeps creators creating. And if you're going to be creating something on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, get Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly-Rosing and Christy Shin. It is an amazing book that will help you navigate the ins and outs of crowdfunding. All right, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm doing the pause, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with Nocturnia. And this is a project I endorse. I actually love this. So here it is. Let's play that wonderful beam footage.
I'm Scott Snyder. I've been working in comics for about 10 years now. I'm mostly known for my DC work on Batman and creator-owned series like American Vampire and Witches, but this year I'm really excited to be making a more committed return to creator-owned books. That's books that we make ourselves, and I'm so thrilled that the first book in that series is going to be this one, Nocturnal. It's a book that's lived in my mind for a long time, and Tony and I have been working on it for the better part of a year. As a kid, I always had this like deathly fear of the dark. And then when I saw my own kid kind of going through the same thing, the idea just hit me one night. I was like, what about a world just plunged into an eternal night, into darkness, and a darkness that's even scarier because it changes anything that stays in it too long into a shade, a monstrous kind of twisted form. So our main character in the series, her name is Valentina Val Riggs, and she's a ferryman in this world, which means she hauls people from town to town, these lit up outposts, and driving along these deadly shade-infested dark roads. And as a kid, she had terrible cataracts, so she had really bad vision. She almost lived in darkness. And so she had surgery to correct it when she was a girl, but she is now kind of using those skills she learned as a child to navigate this crazy nighttime that everyone's stuck in. And she's really badass. She drives this 18-wheeler, and it's all armed with weaponized lights and all kinds of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It's a big, high-octane thriller, and she's the perfect character to helm it.
Hi everyone, I'm Tony Daniel. Scott Snyder and I have created a new comic book. It's, I think, my best work ever, and Scott has such an imagination. So together we come up with this crazy new ongoing series. We're just super happy to work with each other and to be able to get this into your hands. So thank you for helping us do that.
We really wanted this campaign to be all about connection. I miss connections with fans on every level. This campaign is really designed to allow us to reconnect with our fans at a time when real life circumstances are just driving us all apart. These additions to the book, they're really special because it's just art and script, so there won't be those balloons. It's not lettered.
They're black and white, so you get to see Tony's amazing pencils and inks.
You'll see my words in the script, and sometimes the descriptions of what's happening will be different than what you actually see. All of that is what this book is about. It's about seeing how something like this gets made and feeling a part of it.
The different tiers are essentially, we'll have a soft cover, unsigned black and white version that's script and art, and then we'll have a hardcover version for not much more than that, that's signed.
Every tier is meant to give you access to us. We're doing a lot of videos about how we make the book, about Tony's process for designs. I'm going to do a class about first issues. So Nocturnal is coming out as a monthly series from Image. It's going to start in early 2021. These special editions through Kickstarter will ship before that for backers. So this is going to be the very first book from Best Jacket. My pledge to backers, honestly, is that I'm not taking any profit from this campaign. My whole goal with this is to be able to fund more books. And at the end of the day, we just wanted to say thank you. Whether you back the campaign or not, please hear from me and Tony and Tomeo and everybody on the team that we know it's a hard time in comics. It's a crazy time all around. But the fact that you still support comics in general means the world to us. So best fans in the world, thank you again.
And if you can hear that, I'm just doing a mic check right now. And I'm speaking of situations where we don't get to see everyone. Martha Schwartz, someone I love running into on the road, is joining us. She's going to be one of the judges on the show today. Martha, how are you doing? I miss you. I don't get to see you enough this year. Martha, you're muted, just as a heads up.
Yeah. Here I
there you
am.
go.
I can't really show myself because it's not really pretty.
That's all right. I think you're pretty, but if you don't feel comfortable, that's all good. Look, tell the world how amazing you are and what you create so they know it.
Oh, how wonderful am I? I don't know about that. But anyway, well, I can't do this without you guys, though, so I have to say that. But what I am is I'm a creator. I'm an advocator. I'm a big, huge advocator. I like to help everybody out in the indie comic industry. Support every book I can, because I know that there's a lot of talent that will go unrecognized, and without getting it to shine, it's like we got to be there to support each other. So, but my series is called Seed Seekers. I've created a anime manga type series based on characters that are in a world that's dying, a fantasy world. They find their hero in another world that's basically our world and bring him in, and he's going to take a lot of his insights and bring it into their world to help rebuild and make the community stronger. Has a lot of aspects with diversity and how we work together, and what's more important, it doesn't take a seed. It helps everybody to create and help build and grow that seed. So currently I'm on I believe it's the 6th volume right now. I have a Indiegogo right now, and it's just to test my waters on the Indiegogo site to see how that is. So it's nothing really huge, but it's for those who are being introduced into the series that want to take a look at it. So I have like little small perks. I have a mini comic that will show what the series is about. So if you're new to the series, I highly recommend you take a look at it. I have previews. I have a video I just created yesterday that shows the first little part of the first comic. So it'll be, what you'll understand about the characters and stuff and where it all starts. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
And do you mind if we play that video right now?
Oh, yes, please.
All right. So now here we go. We're going to put it up on the big screen, and then we'll explain what backer pause is. But because Martha's our guest today, there's no pause in this video. We're going to watch the entire thing, and you're all going to thank me because this is kind of awesome and kind of all the way something you wanna do. I love you're doing animation now, right, Martha?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so she stepped it up. Check this out. This is awesome.
Long ago, before the war, there was a great king, a king among kings. He helped build a strong community from love, support, and the sea. Every generation since has passed it down to the next, until its path was thwarted by a strong wizard who wanted its power for their own. To see how and why it all began, volume, Seed Seeker Legacy.
All right. First off, great video. Really, really liked. I liked how short it was. Great announcer voice. Great energy in that. Who did you get to do that?
My friend John Anderson. He went to vocal school. He's a very good actor. Wanted to be a wrestler. Didn't quite make it.
It's actually hard. I've trained to be a wrestler. Just the muscular way, just trying to get your body built for it. There's nothing easy about that.
Exactly.
And it's rare that I'm intimidated or jealous of someone else's voice, but he definitely felt like he knew what he was doing. And we have Mark Darding joining us. Martha, you know Mark, right? You guys met in Florida at one point?
I don't know. I haven't. I don't think so. Maybe.
Oh, he's the Guano Guy creator. You can see him in the background there showing off his Guano Guy greatness. So you'll like him. As a matter of fact, without ado, let's just play Guano Guy's video because I think, Martha, you'll get a sense. You'll like this.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you never met him,
Yeah.
You're going to get a giggle out of this one.
Boom! The Guano Guy is back with issue number 3. Oh, I'm Mark Darden, and we're here with a 29-page full-color, comedy-filled, hilarity book. Working all night, getting the final touches together. Now, obviously, there's a really cool cover by Tony Farrell, really fun cover by Ryan English, colors coming. And we got 5 different art teams with a variety of very fun, very colorful styles. This book is for kids and adults. It's just lots of fun. If you've been here before, you know what we're doing. But if you haven't, if you like the Tick, Darkwing Duck, maybe the Venture Brothers, the old Batman TV show, this is the book. This is the thing for you. It's going to be tons of fun. Please help us out. We just love making books and bringing some lighthearted entertainment to the world. I'm Mark Darden. Thank you very much for checking us out.
And I really like your videos, Mark. I think you did a good job there. Kudos, kudos. What do you think, Martha?
I think it's awesome. It really sticks out. Really, I love how you introduced a lot of stuff.
I think Mark's still waking up because for those who don't know, Mark's over on California time. So Mark's just waking up. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the video for you guys explaining exactly what Backer Pause is so our guests understand what they're going to be doing judging other projects right now. So we'll be right back after we explain Backer Pause. Welcome to Backer Pause. What is Backer Pause? Well, it's when we get judges who are creators to sit down and watch crowdfunding videos that we are proudly advocating for on comicbookadvocates.com. And they hit pause when they lose interest in the videos that we are watching and experience Backer Pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans of the viewers and what works and does not work for their videos. Want to be a judge? Are you ready to play? Welcome to Backer Pause. Yes, I know I'm a nerd because I took a pause to say Backer Pause. But Mark, you up enough to introduce yourself to the world?
Yeah, I did literally just wake up, saw, saw the link, like, oh, okay, got to get to it, books matters.
I know that feeling. Okay, but time to make the donuts.
Yeah, but I'm Mark Darden. I'm the creator of the Guano Guy, and I make a really funny, silly superhero book, Seinfeld with superpowers. It's full of gags, cultural references, and generally, people who enjoyed it just makes them smile, and that's what I like about it. It's not real serious. There's no, I don't know. Occasionally when we have higher concepts, we still keep it real light and silly and almost subtle. When our work really works, you barely know we were doing anything.
And that's very true. So are you guys ready to play Backer Pause? Are you guys ready to just say pause when you see a video that you think is either running too long or you have a problem with it or anything else? You guys ready, Martha? You ready, Mark?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Let's get to our first crowdfunding project right now. And, this is Hybrids. Luke Stone's Hybrids, Sons of God's Trash Day. And we're going to check it out right now. So, and by the way, the new look of our actual crowdfunding list now, all you have to do is click on this image and it'll take you straight to the Kickstarter. We tried to make it easier for you guys. So here you go, Hybrids.
Several major religions across the globe recount a similar story about angels, or sons of God, who take mortal brides. These unholy unions produce a creature known as the Nephilim. Stories of the Nephilim predate the first writings of the Greek gods by nearly 1,500 years. Many experts believe that the tales found in Greek mythology are actually just exaggerations of the real life Nephilim. With so much of history pointing to the reality of the threat, what if the Nephilim existed? Our modern knowledge of DNA tells us that it is possible to pass down a fraction of the majority DNA to their offspring, and that it is possible for people today to be walking around with this hybrid DNA. So, what if something happened to awaken that dormant trait? Unlike other dormant traits that make you red hair and blue eyes, this trait, if awoken, may give you the power to lift buildings, or teleport, or even control things with your mind. When hybrids, the sons of gods, that is exactly what happens. Seemingly out of nowhere, people begin developing godlike abilities. However, they manage to develop these powers. It takes a small band of intrepid heroes with a very personal connection to these events to unearth who is taking these people, why they are being taken, and where they are being kept. In hybrids, the sons of gods find one tragedy
Rob,
and discover the answer to these three questions. We also get a special
you playing?
Sorry, I was hitting the wrong thing. What were you saying, Mark?
So we're playing backer pause.
Yeah. So you get to pause it. If you found a reason to pause it, tell us why though. What made you lose interest?
You know, I like those. You know, I like those shorter videos.
Yeah.
You know, it knocked me out the water in a minute, and then, you know, have the additional videos that give me further descriptions. So that was really it. I dug that. I mean, we're talking about gods coming down and having affairs. Meanwhile, there's music in the background that's almost grooving. So
It's definitely setting the mood, huh?
it's almost a very different book to me.
What did you think, Martha?
I agree. It was a little too long, I think.
All right, and that's fair. I mean, it does run 5 minutes, and I guess Luke must have updated it because he did have a shorter video at a point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why my son's phone goes off every so often. So that's why you saw me walk away. Whenever my 5-year-old's phone goes off, I do have concerns. Who's calling my 5-year-old? So yeah, but it was longer when I got back. Even before Mark had said it, I was like, I don't remember it being this long. Great book. I mean, definitely a lot of information in the video. We just wish that it had been more to the point. And you know, the art in it's fantastic, though. As you guys see, the art pages in this,
Right.
and I really like that it's been a continuing journey of Luke Stone and his creative prowess and his, because when you get a trade like this, you get to see where the creator started and where they ended, and you can see the growth in a creator during these trades. And Martha, I know that you've had that with a couple of your trades, right?
Right.
Yeah, where you can see the growth of the artist, the storytelling starts to really hone in on the points it wanted to. So this is definitely a great project. We do wish it was a bit shorter, but we're going to move on to our next project, which is Major Holmes and Captain Watson, and this is brought to us by Jeff Ryder. So Jeff Ryder, impress us with your video. Here we go.
That's me, Rob.
You got
It's images with music. So, I mean, based on Holmes and Watson, I'm going to have an idea of what's going on. Probably a militant version of Holmes and Watson, but the video doesn't tell me that. I've seen some that will come in with pictures, music, and then they'll have a little bit more messaging via some words, text on top. This didn't have that. So, yeah, I think with these kind of openings where they're not describing right away what's happening, but relying on the pictures, I feel like with me, you can get away with that for maybe 15 seconds at most, and then you got to get in there and give me some info.
What do you think, Martha?
I have to agree. It's like it's a picture fest, which is nice. The pictures are very nice, but and it does tell a little bit of the characters, but this is not telling you the story that what's the impact of the story. I kind of need that. It's kind of like a little peek, a little bit.
And for the record, it's an original comic series featuring the next generation of the great detectives, which I do think it's hard to tell when it's just words on a screen, and if you're not keeping up, sometimes you're distracted just looking at the art. But
it's understandable. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's understandable, but like some people probably don't, not to bid. Some people don't feel like going to bid. It's like you gotta.
Martha, can you talk closer to the mic? We're having trouble hearing you.
I'm sorry, it's Mark.
Martha, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
It's like start that too. Say something that really impacts.
Martha, we can't. I don't think we can. Can you hear her, Mark? Is it just me? Yeah. For some reason, I'm not getting anything right now, Martha. I can see you talking because of the icon, but I think the mic dropped on you.
Let me try. Can you hear me now?
Yes. There we go. What were you saying? I'm sorry about that.
I was just saying how the video is nice, the pictures and all that, but like some people don't probably know who Sherlock Holmes is, God forbid. But it should have some more of an impact of why they created the story, the original.
That makes sense. And you'd be surprised, this younger generation, they don't know things like Sherlock Holmes. They think Godzilla was just made last week for them. And they think King Kong is a brand new creation. So, sometimes you do have to go back and explain things. And one of the things that you sometimes have to explain to the younger kids is that wrestling's been around since, believe it or not, the 80s. So you get to check out these WWF legends in this brand new Kickstarter from John Crawford. And I know Mark's a friend of John, so we're going to have to see how quick he is to hit pause on this one. This is the pressure on this one for Mark. We're going to check it out. This is the complete 3-issue authorized series of wrestling legends, Killer Bees.
We got Killer Bee 1 here, we've got Killer Bee 2 here, and guess what? It's Killer Bee 3, and all we need is you. That's everybody's buzzing about these comic books, and I'll tell you what, they have been nothing but honey to me, and I appreciate you so much for supporting the past Kickstarter, and we need you now for Killer Bee 3 because it's going to be awesome.
Hey, wrestling fans, what do I have in my hand here? I have the first and second issue of the Killer Bees Squared Circle comic book. And guess what's coming shortly? It's the 3rd issue. Brian Blair, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. Don't miss it.
Came down, but nobody home. That's what the Bees got to use, Brain. Their speed, their agility, the quick tags, the continuity that got them here.
You remember the 80s? Remember the 80s when wrestling was awesome? Relive the golden age with the Killer Bees, the legendary WWF tag team of B. Brian Blair and Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, renowned for confusing referees worldwide by exchanging masks and randomly adding members mid-match. This Kickstarter campaign brings to life a 3-issue comic book series featuring the Killer Bees, all under brand new glossy covers from artist Rando Dixon and colorist and designer Gavin Michelli. The series is also available in the classic covers by the interior art team of Dale Barris and Andrew Pate. Get one set or the other, or treat yourself to both, and all are available autographed by Brian and Jim. The Killer Bees comics are also available in our complete series collector box, an oversized decorative box covered all over in Killer Bees art and hand-numbered in the order of pledges for the Kickstarter campaign. And we'll randomly insert autographed Killer Bees memorabilia into these boxes, including trading cards and glossy photos. Follow the action as the Bees battle Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik for the tag team titles and One for the Ages at WrestleMania 3, as well as introduce the timeless mass confusion tactic that lives on in fan stories to this very day. Then, join B. Brian Blair and Jumping Jim Brunzell as they move beyond the WWF to rock Las Vegas and win the UWF Tag Team titles. Thank you for supporting Indie Comics and for gifting yourself these timeless wrestling collectibles.
I was close to tapping, but I saw they were almost done anyway. So, I mean, their video has the huge advantage of the fact that they're kicking it off with all these showmen.
Yeah.
And the people that are already well known to their fan base. And then they moved from segment to segment. First, they had the wrestlers, they introduced the product, and they introduced what the new thing was, which they had a nice display for the box. And then they went a little bit into the story. And just when I wanted to tap, I was like, oh, they're done in 8 seconds. So, so good job. Moving from piece to piece helps a lot. And they did have a lot of info to get in. But again, I mean, they got wrestlers on their side. That helps a lot.
I know, Martha, you know John. What did you think of that video?
Yes. I have to say, like, going back to the last one I was talking about, this one talks about, who they are, what it is. It tells the story and not gives too much away. So it kept my attention. I really did enjoy that. I have to agree, toward the end it was a little bit, but not too bad.
All right, well, let's move on to the next amazing Kickstarter that we have, and that is Saw Lightning Wielder, 1 of 3, and this is brought to us by Kyron Sylvia. And here we go. Let's see what's going on.
Previously on Saw the Lightning Wielder.
And you're going to miss him talking now, Mark. You muted yourself, Mark. That's not.
There we go.
There you go. You're going to miss our good friend Kyron talking, you big meanie.
Oh, he didn't get there.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes, yeah, you wait too long, right? That's what you're going to say right now. He waited too long, so you couldn't hear him, and there he is telling us all the important information that we're going to miss now because of why, Mark? Why? Why did you hit pause?
Yeah, because they started out, they had some very nice art. I was super impressed. Like, wait, who did that cover? You can find that person. And really, they started out with good imagery, some nice sound effects and whatnot, but it just took too long to get to telling me what it is you got. Apparently, it just barely took too long, but it did. Like, you got to get into it.
And Martha, what did you think?
Yeah, too much sound. I mean, I'm a big fan of it, but it's got to tell me a little bit more than just the sound. And I know wait till the end to talk, but you gotta catch them. You gotta bring them in the beginning. You gotta just start doing something,
Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely get that. And I don't know why it resets itself when the video ends, but it does. We're going to move on to Shark of War. This is brought to us by Ben Lacey. And this, I'm curious what Mark's reaction is going to be. We're going to see right now.
name is Ben Lacey. If you liked issue 1, I think you'll love issue 2. It's the heart of the story. And if you haven't read issue 1 yet, well, there's a link below where you can check it out for free. Because I believe once you read it, you want to read even more. This is going to be a fun campaign. I've got a lot of cool extras like the Shark of War paper toy, Shark of War stickers, the Shark of War pin, Shark of War comic strips, and of course the Shark of War face mask. Both books are 100% complete, and I've already started work on issue. So please get in the Shark Tank and back my project. Thank you for your time.
All right, that's Ben's project, Shark of War. What'd you guys think?
It's really ridiculous. It's ridiculous from start to finish.
Yeah.
The shot of the woman with the piranhas lined up, just we're ready to go.
It's definitely time to get out of the water with this project. But
I don't know. I think they're getting out of the water. Maybe we got to go in the water. Hopefully the tech burns out when they get in the water.
But Ben's a very passionate creator. We appreciate him putting this out. And there he is with some of his own art for it. And, some cartoon animation coming to the CW this Saturday. Yeah. No. Maybe.
That did look like a Cartoon Network kind of art style for sure.
Right. Like that. I could see this becoming a cartoon beyond a shadow of a doubt. Shane Morris joins us. They're currently 60% towards the goal of Ungodly Champion. Let's check out. And I have not watched this, so we might have to press pause if it's got copyright music. Some of these are brand new to the program for this show. So here we go. Fingers crossed. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
My name? Dylan Ferguson. Good friends, good school. I even have a decent jump shot. Problem is, zero confidence. The trouble starts at home. My dad, he drinks too much. Blames me for all our problems, and I have never been able to just stand up to him. I can't even ask the girl that I like on a date when it is painfully obvious she feels the same way. And without Sarah, I wouldn't have found the dusty old antique shop that would change everything. Some will call coincidence, but that's when fate walked right into me. Meet Jim. Turns out, Jim's a god. A god named Jim. He tells us of a tournament held by the gods and those who compete for its power. Jim actually thinks I have what it takes to restore honor to the tournament, that I am destined for its glory. So, I'm his apprentice now. I'm pretty stoked about it. With this power, I can finally conquer all of my fears, but with it comes a dark side. Something that's been bottled up inside me.
What happened? Awesome.
What do you
think? He did pretty good. I felt like his intro was good. He got to it quick. I thought the story was, was dramatic enough, and the way he was doing his voice to keep going for a little while. I felt like right at the point where he's like, "Now I'm his apprentice." Cut it. That's enough. You've set the stage.
Yeah.
And we'll find out more in the book.
Yeah.
And it was also right about that minute mark. I mean, he was probably I think he was at 50 seconds when I was like, okay, that's good.
Anything, Ted, Martha?
No, I agree totally. It's
All
really
right.
I like the animation. It's really subtle, but yeah, he fell more in the book. I mean, just bring out the impact and then go from there.
I'm going to see.
What was this one called, Rob?
This is Ungodly. Ungodly Champion #1. The mystical tournament of Aether. Aether, I guess. I don't like when they animate comic books because comic books aren't animated. It confuses sometimes people. Is this a comic? Is this going to be animated? I'm one of those sticklers. I don't even like it when DC does it, but I know it's a growing thing that people are starting to like. I was really happy to see that Vega from Street Fighter was part of the comic. Was I the only one who thought of the Vega character right there?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, Street Fighter fans get that joke. But we're going to move on. Finally on the show, we've been trying to get this on for weeks because it's been on for 60 days. Beast.
Well, I'm a Street Fighter fan. I just didn't notice Vega. Come on now.
Oh, you didn't notice Vega then?
Didn't catch it.
We're going to have to take back that Street Fighter card. But this is Beast Commandos. So, guns, knives. Did you miss the gun-toting, grim and gritty nonsense from the 90s? This is your comic books. Let's check it out. No, we haven't played this yet, so hopefully the music's not going to kill us. Oh, it's music. Okay.
Damn.
It's got punk rock music. He did say that his friend did this music, but you never know when copyright will come up. He has permission, but we might not. But it's pretty badass punk music, but I don't remember there being, I do remember watching this now because of punk music, but I didn't do it on the show. This looks awesome though. A little bloody, a little dark. This is definitely not for every audience. But what do you expect? They're animals, people. They're animals. This is what animals will do. I'm glad to see Rocksteady got a new job. Where's the Bebop? I always got them confused.
Okay, it would be funny if the comic were just about them trying to get food. Like this was just a really high-end survival of the fittest.
That would be really cool, right? Like they're just trying to go out. They're trying to eat.
Whoa, lion, back off, man. Not today. I'm just eating my grass and I'm going home to my family.
That would be so funny. And a dolphin and a shark teaming up. I don't see a dolphin and a shark teaming up.
No, they're mortal enemies.
It looks cool, though. I have to admit, this is something that would be entertaining.
The art looks cool. Yeah, I guess maybe in the future, I don't know if you can reach out to them and be like, what's the copyright on this music?
No, yeah, I gotta ask them again, but I mean, they have Kung Fu Turtles. Where have I heard that before? I know there's something about turtles out there. I can't put my finger on it.
Turtles? Also, bunnies and bikers, biker mice from Mars, street sharks, battle toads.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's definitely dancing on some risky territory.
There's a samurai rabbit. Yeah, but these guys all have guns. Okay, they all have guns.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Creative life.
Turned it up.
Creative life. It looks good, though.
It does.
I just wish there was narration. Tell me some more about it. But it looks fantastic. What do you think, Martha?
I think it looks really good. I mean, it shows the emphasis on the pages and stuff like that. Maybe a little too long, no words. But not bad.
Yeah. I want to read comics, not read videos. So that's always my thing. When I have to read a video, it kind of frustrates me. But what doesn't... Oh, man. Mark, do you even know who John Celestri is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Martha, do you know who John Celestri is?
No.
Go ahead, Mark. Inform her.
So he did all the death scenes from Dragon. I always forget the second half of the name. I played this game all the time as a kid in the arcades, but it was the game where you played this little night guy and you have to make decisions, and you have to make quick time decisions, and then when you make the wrong one, you die. And you try again. And he animated all the death scenes. And there were a lot of them because you die a lot. Like, failure rate was super high in this game. It was very hard and frustrating. But all the death scenes are awesome looking. And then he also did work with the He-Man property. So, I mean, that's all over my childhood.
And She-Ra, and animated for some other stuff during the 80s. Like, this guy had his fingers in a lot of our fandom growing up. And with that respect in mind, we are actually, because he's a legacy creator, we don't get to play pause with him. We're just going to play his video and be happy to do it. So here we go. This is Celestry's video. And when you see the QRC code, that's your way to quickly get to the Kickstarter. So take a picture or use your Google app, because Google And this is a throwback to entertainment for kids. Obviously, I don't have the banner up. I'll switch it over. But I am the creator of kid-friendly content as well. This is what happens when you start in the morning. You have a migraine. You don't set up your display at your show the way you're supposed to. But I do Cat Dad and Supermom, so obviously kids animation and kids content is very important to me. And he's got a great lineup of interesting stories, and just, I mean, I'm blown away by the fact that he's so passionate. When you hear him speak, I mean, Mark, you've heard him speak at this point, I'm sure. He's just so passionate. I know, Martha, you're an advocate for children reading comics too, so this is something right up your alley.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to get reading.
Yeah, with that, we're going to thank John for letting us cover him, and we're going to move on to our next one. And remember, you can get all this by going to comicbookadvocates.com and just go to the crowdfunding section. So, new to the program, we haven't gotten to play this yet because it's been a busy couple months on crowdfunding, and it keeps getting busier. This is Freak Show Night. It's a horror one-shot. This is by Jonathan Hedrick. We haven't played this video yet, so let's see what it's all about this week. Ooh.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Hedrick. I'm the writer and creator of Freak Show Night, which is a 24-page, full-color, one-shot zombie comic book. This is a story about a man who is an ex-convict now living outside of prison during the zombie apocalypse. Every day he wakes up and does the same thing, much like when he was in prison, but now instead of fighting against the living, he's fighting against the undead. Then one day, something new crosses his path that gives him hope, purpose to live, and even a chance to redeem himself for all of his prior mistakes in life. I'm really excited to bring this project to all of you on Kickstarter. I have an amazing artist named Stefano Patricelli, who's an Italian contemporary artist. He's done great things at Heavy Metal Magazine, Scout, Caliber Comics, just to name a few. Also, the letterer, Christian Dokolomansky, is from Chile. He's working with him right now on the recount over at Scout Comic Books, and he also has a fantastic resume. And then my editor, Chuck Pinot, has done great things in the indie comic books community. So I'm hoping all of you are excited as much as I am about this project. Please take a look at the campaign page. Look at all the different.
All right, so Jonathan's watching, no pressure. He wants to know what you guys thought. What did you guys think?
Aren't you good? They got into telling us the story right away. I think I would save all the creators, even though that's good info. I mean, I would get why to tell that. People got resumes. You wanna let others know about it because it's good. But I would save that for a second video. Keep that first one just boom, the book. We're in, we're out.
I do like that he spends the time on the sides. I love when people utilize the sides. I don't know if you can help him with that in the next couple of weeks for a couple of his videos. We'll be using that side area to show off great art. I don't have a problem with the video. It's only 2 minutes because I've seen this one on my own just because I like Jonathan. He's a good guy. I don't know if Jonathan inboxed me. I don't know if I actually backed it. Some of these things, because I do this for a show, I don't even know what I've backed half the time because I'm constantly talking about crowdfunding. I always mean to, but then I don't get around to it. The hardest thing for me is Indiegogo because Indiegogo is one of those things where it comes right out of your account and you're like, ooh, wait, do I want to eat or back this right now? I think I'm going to eat, right?
Oh, wow. Let's press the button. That's it.
Yeah. With Kickstarter, you could be like, it just hits you and you're like, oops, I guess. But like, yeah. But the Kickstarter, I definitely want to get my copy. I got the first one. Martha, any thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's very impressive. The artwork's impressive. I think I backed it, or I'm going to back, but a little bit much on like he's talking too much about like this is the about the artist and the writer and stuff. It's just like bam, bam, bam. Just do the short subject and get to the the good stuff, the comic.
Yeah, I mean, it's all you can do is put out quality comics. And Jonathan, I think you did it. And he said, LOL, I'll double check, Rob. I'll try to remember to look. It literally just comes down to time in the day, how much I have and how much I don't some days. So, yeah, please let me know because I don't want to miss out on this. We are down to the last 8 minutes. So I'm going to let you guys pick the last video we watch. We have House of Bob we can watch. We have Keanu Reeves' Berserker. We have Only Death Can Save Us. Now, this one's a cool one.
Yeah.
Then we have John Del Auzo. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to ruin your name. John's book, Flying Sparks, which is pretty cool. We have Lita. I believe this is 7. Yeah, Lita 7. We could watch Bonsai Girl, which we can only watch that in mute because they use copyright music. So that one we won't fully watch. We have the, what is this? This is All Winners Society #2 Golden Age Comics. Johnny Phantasm. Decisions by Martin Piero. Guano Guy, which we watched already. Well, I don't care. We can watch it again, though. Drexel #3. We have a lot. I told you. Holt #1. There's a lot of these. Sword of Justice. Seed Sickers we watched already today, and I think that's it. So what do you guys want to watch? You each get one.
The first one that was under Keanu.
Okay, and Martha?
That sounds Keanu's probably good.
Okay, so we're going to get Keanu. We're going to get the one right underneath. Keanu needs the money, Mark.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. The guy, I mean, he's struggling. The acting career. It's not, barely coming out with anything in the last month.
Pandemic, man. Everyone's got to hustle now,
That dude's doing great in life. He doesn't need any help.
But Boom Studios does. Kidding around aside, Boom Studios has had a horrible year. For those who don't know, they lost a lot of IP rights.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, Boom needs the help, so I'm happy to feature them, and we'll do it in just a second. But
I like Marvel snapping everything up. Conan, Star Wars.
I'm sorry, you wanted the one right underneath this. I went. You wanted the scroll got away from me because I scrolled so hard it kept scrolling. All right, so here we go. Only Death Can Save Us, and then we end with Keanu because I have a crush on Keanu. I'll admit it.
I met the guy.
Only Death Can Save Us is a Bronze Age inspired bringing together action and pathos as the ancient element known as death leaves from his etherical retirement to help a young soul protect her loved ones. A world in existence itself.
I love that, man. It's a throwback to 90s comic book.
Yes!
In and out, right there, wonderful stuff. He's a great creator. He's worked on Doctor Who. He's worked on Ben 10, which for Jax is a big thing. So, and he's across the pond. Great guy, very energetic. Russ, amazing creator. And Martha's request of Keanu Reeves, here it comes. And I actually have that video loaded just because he makes me smile. I know, but he does. He just the way he talks about how he loves comics, it tickles me. It makes me happy. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Here's Berserk by Keanu Reeves.
Comics are awesome. Berserker's got everything that you want from a comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got action, has a little romance, and it's about something. I was like, well, I used to collect and I love comic books. And they were like, so did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah, you know, this idea of a kind of Viking, someone in a altered state, someone in a higher, heightened state, just out of control. You know, someone out of control and being compelled or driven to this thing and time like this, you know, kind of hiding in violence, you know, this kind of character trapped who in a way has to, with this curse that it's compelled to violence, he understands the cost of it. He finds life precious even after all this time. And I feel with Berserker we have some masters doing the drawings, masters doing the color, master working with me in the writing, and the story that we have to tell I think is a lot of fun. So check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it. Berserker, Boom Studios.
I'm sorry, but I love Keanu. I the way he says it, just we have to play it one more time. Just for the show. What are comics?
Comics are awesome.
Damn right they are, Martha. Damn right they are. Martha, tell me they can find you. We gotta close out the show. Martha? I think we lost Martha's mic. Mark, fill it in for me. Tell them where they
Absolutely. So I'm Mark Darden, creator of The Guano Guy. You can find me on Facebook at Mark Darden or follow The Guano Guy if you just want updates on that. Guano Guy Kickstarter is going on right now. We're off to a good start, but we need plenty of help. Promise you it's a funny book. We got 29 pages. We slip an extra in just to give you a little more value. We've got some fun price levels, and there's several discounted price levels that last through today. So today's a good day to get in and save yourself a few bucks. Please help support the book. It's fun, it's funny, and it's for adults and kids. So if you got kids, you can read it and they can read it. Or if you got parents, you can buy it and then share it with them. Either way.
All right, Martha, what do you got? You back with us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Go for it. Where can they find you? Martha, can you hear us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us? I'm not sure Martha can hear us. Well, real quick, and we'll give her an extra minute to try to work out her mic issue. Here we are. These are the things that are on demand right now in Indiegogo. Cat Dad and Supermom help us get more funding to break into Indiegogo, because we're trying to get over there too and build a fan base. So if you haven't gotten your copy of Cat Dad and Supermom, get it today. God's Hand, the Supernatural Thriller by our good friend Anthony Figueroa, who we hope is okay during this storm event that's happening with Sally. He's over in New Orleans. We are hoping he's not too greatly impacted by this. Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog still crowdfunding over on Indiegogo on demand, and the Oswald Chronicles is still there. And
fun guy doing Oswald.
Yeah, JD, great guy. I think Martha had to go. Thank you for being on the show, Martha. All right, guys, that's it. We're out of here. Thank you for being on today, Mark. Rolling out of bed and being on it. This has been Backer Pause. Don't get the pause all day. Get out there and back a campaign today like Guano Guy. Even for $1, it matters. That's it. We're out. We'll see you soon.
Even $1.